Wellington into promotion match after big semi-final win over Northland. Wellington into promotion match after big semi-final win over Northland. Jackson Garden backup, left, and Julian Savia were to the fore as Wellington played their way into Friday's championship final. There was a distinct absence of people around Westpac Stadium. Wellington's patchy playoff history made sure of that. A 49-21 National Provincial Rugby Championship semi-final win would probably satisfy most teams. Just not these Lions, who are acutely aware of how long it's been since they truly did something to shout about. Wellington haven't won a provincial title since 2000, which left little room for celebration following Friday night's win over Northland. It was a fine all-round performance, as Braun met game-breaking ability to propel the Lions into a final against either Bay of Plenty or Otago in a week's time. Northland fullback Solomon Alaimalo dives over to score at Westpac Stadium. "We've got to keep our feet on the ground. History tells us we can't win, so that's the inconvenient fact," Wayne Julian Savia said. Meaning the plan is to rewrite a wretched history in grand finals, which has seen Wellington lose 8 deciders since beating Canterbury in Christchurch 17 years ago. Wellington prop Alex Fido is hit hard by the Northland defense. Sava's sure the team can, as long as they don't get swept up in thinking that the job's already done. "It would mean everything to win next week," he said. "And they'll get there," he added, "through hard work, cohesion and not retreating into their shells." There was certainly no sign of stage fright against Northland. The Tanoa came with an obvious plan to beat up and bully the Lions and then see what happened. Wellington absorbed some early pressure, before going to halftime 16-14 and then producing a clinical exhibition of finals football in the second spell. Thomas Amaga Jensen's first half try was followed by a brace to birthday boy Wes Goosen, he turned 22, and further 5-pointers for Trent Renata, Talufa Hamokia and Regan Verney. Savia set up Renata's effort, and one of Goosen's, as part of one of his more complete performances in recent times. He chided himself later for a couple of dropped balls, but around that there was speed and strength and skill and a couple of good defensive efforts as well. But at the heart and soul of the victory were men such as Brad Shields, James Blackwell, Sam Lousy, Galu Toffal and Mtiki Kafatalu. It was all very well for Wellington to say they were going to meet Northland's physical challenge, but some people then had to actually stand up and do it. They were the men whose efforts then allowed front rowers Alex Fido and Isifo Onwa to carry strongly in first 5/8 Jackson Garden back up to unleash Savia and the rest of the backs. The accepted wisdom has tended to be that you can come to Wellington and roll the Lions up front. But, if this match is anything to go by, those days might be over. Back in 2000, beating Canterbury meant Wellington were the best provincial side in the land. As a member of the second-tier championship, it's promotion that's at stake for the Lions this time and, effectively, being crowned New Zealand's 9th best team. But there's some history that has to be created before that can happen. It's an exciting challenge and we shouldn't take it as a burden. We've got to relish it, Savia said. Wellington 49, Wes Goosen 2, Thomas Amaga Jensen, Trent Renata, Talufa Hamokia, Regan Verney tries, Jackson Garden back up 3 Penn, 5 Con, Northland 21, Jordan Highland, Solomon Alaimalo, Sam Knock tries, Dan Hawkins 2 Con, Peter Breen Con.